Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. It's BucketBrad96 here with another Magic the Gathering deck profile. Now I know I've already uploaded a Daretti Scrap Savant video before, but this one is completely different. This is a whole new deck. It is completely foil and it is Daretti, but it is actually equipment goblins. So I use Daretti as not only a draw engine for the deck, but a way for me to keep my goblins equipped with I don't know, budget-friendly artifacts, if you will, because even though this deck is foil, it is also very budget, in my opinion, but I will let you all decide that. So, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe for more Magic the Gathering profiles and tabletop content, and then let me know in the comments down below any edits you would make on this list after the video is done. So, jumping right into it, it is the commander. We have Daretti, the Scrap Savant. This is the etched foil. For 3 mana and 1 red, so a total of 4. You get 3 loyalty to start out with. It is a legendary planeswalker. You can add 2 loyalty, discard up to 2 cards, and then draw that many. Or you can -2 to sacrifice an artifact. If you do, you return target artifact card from your graveyard to the battlefield. And then the last effect is a -10. You get an emblem with whenever an artifact is put into your graveyard from the battlefield, return that card to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. So pretty much any artifact you lose, you get back at the end of the turn. If you hit his ultimate, otherwise, just draw synergy and a way to keep equipment onto the battlefield, more so your goblins. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the land or the mana base. It consists of, oh, well, that was horrible, and I had everything organized too. Such a shame. Oh well, I'm gonna hope that's the right order right there. Anyway, as I was saying, going on with the lands, it's really basic. I've got 32 mountains and then 1 single copy of Volatile Fault. So really basic. This is goblins after all. So 32 mountains, 1 utility land for 33 total. Now moving on to the artifacts, which, mainly equipment, but there are others in here. Starting off with Boots of Speed, and again this deck is all foil, so it might not be the strongest, but it sure is neat. The Diamond Pickaxe, Dire Flail, Dueling Rapier, Tormentor's Helm, Goblin Firebomb, Mirian Banesplitter, Anduril, Narsil Reforged, horrible with elfin names, Crystal Slipper, Fiend Lash, Fire Diamond, Gold Pan. One thing is this deck definitely didn't need any mana rocks because the mana curve is really low. Ichor Wellspring, Liquid Metal Coating kind of cheats some of our permanents into becoming artifacts, which synergizes well with Daretti sacking off for others. Mindstone, good way to make those 1/1 goblins useful. Scavenged Blade, Swiftfoot Boots, Magnifying Glass, and then the last artifact, the Ramosian Greatsword. So that does it for the artifacts, both, utility, mana rock, and equipment. For Planeswalkers, I did throw in the 1 Karn tree. I still can't believe they made a Karn the Great Deku tree in Bloomburrow, but pretty much stops your opponents from activating the activated abilities of their artifacts. And then you can turn one of your artifacts, you can animate it into a creature with power and toughness equal to its mana cost. So it's not terrible, it's not great, especially with my low cost artifact equipments, but it could come into play at some point. Now then, moving on to creatures, 1 copy of Ornithopter because everyone loves a 0-drop flying. and again Daretti synergy. The Aki Scrap Chomper, Cacophony Scamp, Goblin Gavalier, Impulsive Pilferer, Reckless Lackey, the Sarpadian Simulacrum, Skirk Prospector, Aki Ember Keeper, Enterprising Scallywag, Goblin Fire Leaper, and Gorogoro, Disciple of Ryusei. Not a bad legendary creature, honestly. Really cool. Also kind of synergizes because, you have your artifact equipment onto your goblins, so they're all modified. Ogrehead Helm, which these creatures, they're really cool because they double as equipment when you reconfigure them. Bronzeplate Boar, Crime Novelist, Goblin Matron, or Matron, Gut, the True Soul Zealot, Krinko, Baron of 10th Street, which is honestly like an alternative commander for the deck. If I want it to be a little more powerful, I would swap Daretti out with him. Redcap Thief, Scrap Welder, Slowbad, the Iron Goblin, Spike Shot Goblin, Squee, Dubious Monarch, Togo, the Goblin Weaponsmith, Battle Rattle Shaman, Bloodshot Trainee, Chimney Rabble, Twin Shot Sniper, the Luxurious Locomotive, and to round out the creatures, I have a copy of Siege Gang Commander. Now then, moving on to the enchantments of the deck, have a copy of Ruin of Speed, Street Urchin as a background for Gut, in case we want to run that one as a commander, Raid Bombardment, Gimli's Reckless Might. Now then, for instance, starting with Voltage Surge, Ancestor's Aid, Sudden Breakthrough, Thrill of Possibility, Ambitious Assault, and the Rebel Salvo. That's it for instance. Now finishing everything off with sorceries, Gleeful Demolition, Cathartic Reunion, Dragon Fodder, Furnace Rains, Trash for Treasure, and then a copy of Meltdown. And that's going to do it for my full foil goblin artifact equipment weird deck. But it was a lot of fun to make. Pretty cool. It is my first all foil, so I definitely had to share it with everyone. And it is Daretti, one of my favorite commanders and planeswalkers. But that's going to do it for the video, everyone. Thank you for watching, and until next time.